Welcome. We got a great show coming up today. I'm starting a new segment, should be a weekly segment, where I will be showcasing projects that are sent in by subscribers. Now, if this sounds familiar to you, you probably are aware of Jeremy with Simple Little Life. He does viewers' knives. I think he does them about once a week. And he just has people email him pictures of projects that they've been working on, and then he will showcase their knives, and if they've included any information with the knife, he will often share that, like what tools they were using, maybe, roughly where they live. I mean, he's not giving out addresses or anything, but like, this is my friend from Czech Republic, and his name is Bob, and he makes knives using only hand tools. Or this is a viewer named Chris from Georgia, and he blah, blah, blah. So anyway, this is kind of the same idea as that. What I'd like to do is I have an email account set up that's only for one purpose, and that's this. So I won't be getting a bunch of junk mail and stuff on there. I'll only be using it to receive emails from you guys, from my subscribers, my viewers, who want to share projects that you're working on. Now, I'm not going to limit mine just to knives. Anybody who's been watching my channel for a while knows that I do a wide variety of projects. I probably focus mostly on knives. And I've done some by the stock removal method. I've done some by forging, but I've done other stuff too. And so I want to make it clear that if you have some other type of project that you've done that you want to share, you can go ahead and do that. I would say probably try to keep it in the sphere of, metalwork and forging, knife smithing, blade smithing. But if you have something that maybe fits outside of that and you think it'd be a fun thing to share with viewers, by all means send it in too. I've done some really odd things here and shared some of those projects along the way. So, feel free to use a little bit of license. And of course, if you send me something and it really doesn't fit with the idea behind these shows, I might or might not include it. But, just give it a try. And don't worry about the level of quality. This isn't really about, hey, this is like the best work that I've ever done, and I'm totally going to go on Etsy now and sell this, or I'm going to enter this in a contest and I'm going to win a trophy. As anyone knows who's been watching my channel for any length of time, most of what I produce is still, it's a little sketchy. I've done some really nice work, but I've done some really garbage work too. So don't feel like you have to produce a masterpiece or be, an accomplished knife maker. I mean, I've been doing this for about 4 or 5 months, so that should give you some idea of my level of expertise with this. But yeah, send an email to FargoFX, that's FargoFX, at Zoho, ZOHO.com, FargoFX at Zoho.com, and include a picture or two, 3, 4 pictures, whatever you want. If it won't all go in one email, send me a couple emails. If you want to have, several different knives that you're showing off, or an axe that you made or something like that, maybe shot from a couple of angles, go ahead. And then describe a little bit. It would be helpful for me if you describe a little bit, what is this? Maybe what inspired you to do this project? What tools did you use? Just talk a little bit about it, or not. It's up to you. You can give me as much or as little information as you want. And then depending on how much interest there is, I'll probably be doing this once a week. At least I'm going to try to do it once a week, and a lot of that will have to do with, again, with how much interest there is. I mean, if a lot of people are sending pictures, and if not, then, maybe it'll be once a month or twice a month or something like that. So thanks for watching the show. Definitely subscribe if you haven't yet, and click the bell to make sure you get updates. And by all means, think about sending me a picture of projects you're working on. Also, if you want feedback, well, we'll see how it goes. I'm kind of thinking, like, even if you want feedback, like, hey, I've been working on this knife. I really like the bevel and I like the edge on it, but I'm having a little trouble with the grip. Maybe give me some advice, whatever. Might even, share something like that, and just let the people, because we've got a great community here that's growing, of people who are experts in all kinds of different aspects of knife making and forging and sharpening knives and so on. So we could really, it could be a helpful thing if you want it to be, or just send in a picture and say, hey, this is my knife. This is my, axe head that I made. Don't worry about me being like super like critical of your work. I mean, I've only been doing this honestly for less than half a year. So I'm about the last person on earth who's going to be telling you, oh, this is crap. You need to change the way you're doing this or that. If I see something that, jumps out as really obvious, I might ask a question about it. Hey, that's a really unique looking wrap you have on that handle. I never thought about using spaghetti noodles before. Have you found that that's durable? I mean, will that really last? I'm assuming none of you are actually using spaghetti noodles. You know, and then I know many of you have your own channels, and if you want me to share your channel, I will love to do that. Like, I've seen some of the work that you guys do on your channels, and I think it's great work. So if you want me to share your channel, you know, make sure to include that. Mention your channel in the email that you send me, and I will definitely shout out that channel, and probably in the description below each video, I'll just link. For those of you who have channels, you by no means need to have a channel to do this, you know, just some way to email. So again, that email is FargoFX@Zoho, and I'll have a link to that in the description below here too. So thanks for watching, and I hope you plan to send me some pictures of knives or other projects you've been working on. I think we'll call it Subscriber Builds. That's kind of the name I'm working on, Subscriber Builds, because that way it doesn't limit it to just knives. You know, subscriber blades might be like, you know, knives and axes, but Subscriber Builds gives you a little bit more confidence to maybe send in some stuff that wouldn't necessarily fit under knife making or whatever. And for that matter, tools. I mean, I've seen people, some of you guys are it's amazing the tools that you've set up and made yourself, belt grinders and things like that. You know, maybe send a picture of that or a couple pictures showing the progress on it. So anyway, I would really appreciate that, and I'd appreciate your support as always. And if you have anything to say, please comment below, and I will see you in the next video. And who knows, maybe we'll see your knives in the next video. Cheers.